we in India tend to give a lot of importance to numerology, and we look at lucky numbers and unlucky numbers. So I'm going to focus on the number 7. Now, some of you consider it lucky, but I'm only considering it from the point of view of the victory margin today of Hyderabad over Chennai. And I'm going to come straight to my guests, Joy Bhattacharjya and Simon Doull. Does 7 or 7 runs reflect how close this match, or lack of closeness in this match?
Well, 7 is also the amount of runs plus the amount of balls that Shane Watson faced. 1 run of 6 balls. So there's another 7 for your equation. I think it flatters Chennai, to be honest. I think they were a long way behind the game for most of it. And I think 7-run margin of defeat is flattering to a pretty poor performance from them.
And Joy, if you think back to some of those 1-run, 2-run, 3-run overs in the middle when the rate was climbing and they didn't do much about it, the fact that they got to within 7 showed they could have done it.
I just want to mention some names out here. Dwayne Bravo, Piyush Chawla, Shardul Thakur, Deepak Chahar. All 4 of whom are more than competent batsmen. Okay? In which case, why did you not take risks earlier? I can still understand you playing 5, 6, 7, 8 balls to get settled. But in a chase where the run rate is 10, 11, 12, you cannot take more than that. After that, if you're playing 3, 4 run overs, you are costing your team. And that's my point. They did not. My problem is not that Chennai did not win. My problem is that they did not take enough risks and early enough. And that should be a disappointment to both a fantastic franchise and their supporters.
Yeah, certainly supporters would be very, very disappointed. Just a quick reminder, we can have a look at what happened, the summary of today's game, and why we are getting into such a discussion about it. 164 was an effort that, if you think back to their first game, a very similar score they chased against Mumbai, but this time around it was not to be. Jadeja at the end picking up a 50, that was a rarity for him. MS Dhoni, again, flattering 47 of 36, getting those runs at the end after the required rate had gone to 20, 21, 22. So certainly it's not that Bhuvaneshwar Kumar ripped the front, or any of the bowlers did that much. Yes, Rashid Khan, they paid respect to him, but I think sometimes the respect, Simon, is becoming too much of respect. Maybe they should be milking him for 6 singles instead of saying 3 overs for 3.
He can't bowl 3 overs for 3. I mean, even in his wildest dreams, he cannot bowl 3 overs for 3. You have to be able to take him for some runs, especially if he's not getting wickets. I can understand if new batsmen are walking out and thus struggling against him, but it wasn't like he was taking wickets. 16 dot balls. You can't be having that under any circumstances. And, you know, I know everyone talks about taking the game deep, and you get sick of hearing that, because there's no point in taking the game deep if you don't win, and if you're not going to come out on the right side of it. And like you said, the numbers were flattering for Dhoni in the end, and they're only flattering like they were in that chase at Sharjah against the Rajasthan Royals. They're only flattering because of the last 6 or 7, 8 balls is what makes them look flattering. And you look at that scorecard and you think, oh, he nearly got it done. Well, no, he was nowhere near it. It was too far away before he decided to get going. And that has been a little bit of a pattern, which is worrying, I think. And the other worrying pattern is that they are starting so poorly. There's just nothing up the top to inject maybe a little bit of confidence into that middle order, or to allow any of those guys to come out and play freely. It's hard to watch at the moment, and I'm guessing that's quite frustrating.
And again, this is sort of what sums it up when we talk about the targets, the position at the 10-over mark. If you're chasing, and they've chased every time in this tournament, you should really be telling yourself that, okay, we know what the target was in front of us. It's not that you're playing blind as a team batting first, Joy, which is why these are even more worrying.
Not just that, the last time CSK lost 3 matches in a row, it was 2014, and Yashasvi Jaiswal and the likes of Ravi Bishnoi were barely 12 years old learning to play cricket. That's how long back they've lost 3 matches in a row. And after that, they were actually spectacular throughout that tournament as well, till they got derailed by Punjab when Raina got out, unfortunately run out. But that's the truth of the matter. This is a team that is looking a shadow of the team. And it's not about losing. CSK have lost many matches badly before. They just turn up one day and they look bad on the field. This is a different loss. It's a loss as if they don't look as if they have options.